So welcome back to another video here in Pennsylvania once again. In the previous episode we were over at the Minersville Coke Ovens. We're here in Huntington County today in the Raystown Lake area. So now we're currently in Trough Creek State Park. We're going to stop, do a couple things here, but the first thing we're going to do is check out the Paradise Furnace, part of our Iron Furnaces of Pennsylvania series. It's back there, a little bit rough shape. But there's a furnace here, there's a cemetery to check out, and they also had a forge here. I think it's called Savage Forge. We're going to check out all three of those spots in this video. But let's check out the furnace first. And we'll, I think the cemetery trail starts right around here too. So, not too often we get a cemetery with our iron furnaces. It looks like they're doing some cleanup work. They were here raking and picking up branches earlier. Yeah, the Paradise Furnace. It's seen better days, definitely. You can see it up there. Yeah, it talks about some of the jobs they had here in the area. The wood choppers to make the charcoal, the miners, stuff that went on away from the furnace. Yeah, this one's beat up. But it's still got the same general look. You can see the interior there, just a lot of collapse. But reveals some of the inner iron work though that was used to help hold it together. I think I can zoom in on some of that there. You can see the iron bars. But some of the other furnaces we've been to, we've been able to walk right in through there. That all collapsed. Yeah, don't want you in there. Caution, rockfall hazard. Yeah. Oh cool, this one still has some of the piers. Remember, they would always load these from the top. Oh, this side's really bad. It's all collapsed. But yeah, you can see some of those over there. So here's the hillside behind it. They would load these from the top. Load the charcoal, the iron ore, and the limestone all in there. We've talked about that in previous episodes. Yeah, right there's the cemetery trail. Looks like it goes that way. Okay, let's check out some of these information boards. We've seen this one before. So yeah, there's the, that's how they would load them to the top. That was what we were looking at back there. Yeah, you see them loading the stuff from the top there into the furnace. And out there comes the pig iron, because it looks like little piggies. But yeah. Talks about the materials they'd use in there. Charcoal, the iron ore, and the limestone. Limestone is what separates the impurities from the molten iron. That's where you get the slag then. This is what this guy's scraping out, the slag. So yeah, there's the bellows, the water wheel, water power. We always talk about how the water would come. Anyway, we've talked about all that before many times. There's the charcoal making process. We actually talked about that recently in my previous video over at Minersville, talking about the turning coal into coke. Yeah, same idea. Same general idea. Alright. But there you go. There's the crumbling ruins of the Paradise Iron Furnace. At least there's still something here. But yeah, let's go check out the cemetery trail. Alright. Here we go. Yes, the cemetery trail goes this way. Shouldn't be too far of a walk. Yeah, you get a better look at the top. They only zoom in. There might have been even some kind of a track or something. For the carts, they would load the cart. That's what they, the carts would come across there to load into the top. Yes, this is most likely the water power for the furnace too. And I know some of you would have liked me to spend more time looking at those information boards talking about the whole process of iron ore smelting, but I've talked about that in other videos, especially my intro video to this series, so I'm not going to repeat myself in every video. If you're interested in how that whole process works, I have a playlist, and my very first video explains that whole process. So I'm assuming this channel of water is man-made. That's what's diverting the water towards the furnace to run those bellows. This furnace started in the late 1700s, and I think ended about 1869 from what I've read. I think it went by different names. I think one was the Mary Ann furnace, but later it got called the Paradise furnace. There's a whole village here in this area, thus the cemetery that we're going to. And unfortunately, this cemetery got vandalized a number of years ago. I'm not sure how bad. I assume they fixed it up since then, but it's kind of a shame. People came up here and just busted it all up, I think. Yeah, cemetery trail. We could probably take that back to where I parked anyway, but we gotta go this way. Good clear signage. And at some point, like I mentioned, the charcoal process, they use charcoal for these furnaces. I think about 1835, this furnace started using coke. And I talked about coke in my previous episode today. How they would take the coke from the area of the soft coal or the bituminous coal and turn it into coke. Similar to the charcoal making process. So I thought that's pretty cool how we just talked about coke in the previous episode and it was used here at this furnace. Of course, charcoal was made from wood, coke was made from coal, in a very similar process. So the two are similar. And this area too is kind of unique because it has its own forge as well. Furnace is where they made the pig iron, and the forge is where they forged it into different items. I think it's called the Savage Forge site. I have never been there before. Doesn't look like it's too difficult to get to. We'll try to head there after we get to the cemetery. Uphill. And I see tombstones. Yeah, just a little. Oh, there's actually a significant amount here, actually. More than I was thinking. Wow. Yeah, most of them don't have any writing on them. They're just field stones. So a lot of these were the people that worked in the furnace or at the furnace. Probably didn't really have money to have any nice actual tombstone. Of course, some of these are probably what you call footstones. You have a headstone and a footstone, I'm assuming. Like right here. That's probably the headstone. That's probably the footstone. Some of these do have writing on them. Moses Barnacle? Barnacle? I'm trying to read his name there. 18. Huh. Oh, he didn't live out that long. Yeah, Moses Barnacle. Now I get a little closer. It looks like 1861 to 68 actually, so not sure what that letter. Yeah, 1 and or 3. That's a 3 actually. 1861. It's only 2 years old. Oh wow. That's a sad one. Yeah, this one just says HC. I think that's the footstone. See, it says HC. And up here is Henry Crumb. February 24th, 1830. So I'm thinking that's when he passed away, so Henry Crumb. So HC. There's his footstone. HC. There's a Nelson Crumb. Just carved on an old So, I mean, not old, but just a field stone. Yeah, it's just, these are just field stones. Most of these have nothing written on them. Yeah, I guess someone must have come in here and knocked a bunch of these down or something. Some idiots. There's a larger one up here. Well, that one has some writing on it too. R. Baker. Ooh, 1752 to 1831. So there's an oldie. Wow. I saw this one from afar. So there's a few bigger ones in here. Henderson Crumb, died 1865. Age 16 years, wow. Yeah, listen to this. Oh, cease, dear parents, cease your weeping. Move the spot where I am sleeping. My time was short, and blessed be he that called me to eternity. Wow. That's kind of a sad one there. You have to wonder, did he die, from working at the furnace or one of those things, forge or somewhere? There's an interesting tombstone right up there. We'll check that out in a moment. I think there's a legend behind that one. We'll say farewell to Henderson. Some pretty moving words there. So there's Abraham, in memory of Abraham Zimmerman. Died in 1851, it looks like. Elizabeth Zimmerman, probably his wife, died in 1857. Jacob Hess died in 1869. There's one up here. Oh, here's another one, HC 1830. This one right here. What does it say? Oh, there's a trinket up there. Check this one out. It's got the face on it. Not sure if that's supposed to be a date up there. It looks like 05. Can't make out this right here. There's like, yeah, someone put a necklace there. Yeah, there's a story behind this that this might be an Indian was buried here, or like an Indian princess, or something like that. I forget the story offhand, but so there's a channel called Scott's Odyssey. I don't know if it's called that anymore. It might just be called Odyssey now, but he did a video on this one. I think it's called An Indian in the Cemetery. If you're interested in that. Like I said, I forget the story, but I think I'm pretty sure, I remember him doing a video on this, but I forget all the details. So, or maybe I'll look it up back home and insert a clip here talking about it, but I forgot to look it up before I came today, but it's an interesting little monument here, tombstone. So yeah, it really interesting spot, kind of a sobering spot. That one was this Henderson Crumb. That was, I don't know, kind of makes you think a little bit. Yeah. So a lot of these were the workers that lived in a little village that worked at that furnace and that forge. They lived and died here. Some pretty young. I'm going to walk around just a little bit more, then we're going to walk back down to the furnace, and then we're going to drive to that site where the forge was. Maybe a few other things along the way, we'll see. Yeah, but I can definitely see how this one would have a story to it. It's very different than the others. A lot of these people, we just don't know who they are. It's kind of a sobering reality, though, folks. One day, this will be all of us. Not necessarily buried here, but like all of these here, there's no names on them. We don't know who these people were. And there's no, as far as I know, there's no record. There's not a church here where they kept records of who these people are. But there's a whole lot of markers here. Just stones in the ground. All right. Oh. Look, I'm not sure where he went. That didn't sound familiar. Huh. Because I'm not in my home area. All right. Yeah. I guess we'll start making our way back to the furnace. This is a cool spot, though. It's a shame that, someone would come up here and just, harm the place. Like I said, I think it was back in, was it 2020 that I don't know who it was, they came up here and did a lot of damage, but it looks like they fixed it up pretty good once again. Yeah, just making my way back to the furnace, but look at all the greenery. It's spring is, well, it officially is spring. It's what is today? Today's March 25th. So just gonna keep looking more and more spring-like. And back down here to the furnace. Yeah, like we said, she is a bit dilapidated, but she still stands. Not sure if this building has any connections to the furnace, but it's a beautiful old cabin. You know what I'm gonna say? Yeah, totally live here. It probably gets a bit busy here in the park at times, but it's all, you can't even see in it all either. Yeah, it's a shame. Beautiful old wood though. Some old millstones here. Water pump. Yeah, let's move in. Get a shot from this way. Alright, so now we're gonna make our way to the Savage Forge site, see what's there, if anything. We gotta kind of go to the other end of the park. If you're familiar with where the ice mine is, that's where we're gonna park, in that area. I visited that. I was here at this park quite a few years ago. All right, I'll see you up there. All right, we've made it all the way down to pavilion number 5. This big parking lot here. Just up there is the ice mine, if you're familiar with this park. But according to the map, the forge site was on the other side of the stream. It shows there being a bridge down here too, but we'll see. There is a bridge. Looks like a pretty cool one too. Wow. So I'm guessing this was a, look at these piers. I'm not sure how old that one looks out there, but nice bridge. Wow, look at that. That's nice. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, the ruin, I don't know if there's anything left. Oh, there's, I guess it's just almost looked like a man-made waterway down there. Anyway. I'm not sure if there's anything left over here or not. Let's go over here though. Beginning to wonder if we'd see anything up here, but here's a foundation. Right here. Some other stuff going on right here. I'm gonna look at it from this side. I see more down here. At least I think I do. Oh, there's holes everywhere I keep stepping in. Glass bottle. There's something right here. Let's see. Yeah, just up there's a stream, but it does seem like there's a man-made waterway down here, which they would have needed for the forge. So, not quite sure what this was though. Just walking up a ways more, it looks like there was something here too. I see some kind of old pipe popping up out of the ground there. I'm not gonna go too much further up here. I feel like we found the site. Not seeing anything else up here. So I think we should turn around. The map indicated that it was right near where we crossed the bridge. So maybe we'll look a little bit on the other side too. We'll see. Yeah, making way back to the bridge, we saw some foundations on this side of the road, but they're on the, this is the creek side. But I've seen an old foundation up here too. Also a lot of daffodils growing up here, which is, you have to see those growing near where buildings used to be. Yeah, there's right here is a concrete foundation. There's something, big metal thing up there we'll check out, but here's some concrete too. Looks like some steps going up right there. Seems like they're a pretty big building here. There's probably just junk, but there's something up there. More concrete. Oh, there's more stuff here too. More foundation-like stuff. Then there's this. Huh. An old desk or something? A workbench? Yeah, there's more concrete there. Right there. And all these daffodils. More rubble back there too. Alright, maybe this is the site. Or one of the buildings for it. You know, now that I'm looking at it more, I think it might be an oven. It seemed like the tray, it would go, this, you know, the trays would pull in and out here. This thing's heavy though. Yeah, you can see more. I don't know. It does look like an old oven now that I'm looking at it. Anyway, alright. Let's get back to the road. Back to that cool bridge. I'm assuming we found the site of the forge and some of the other buildings that would have been associated with it. The forge itself was probably a little closer to the stream because they would have used water power. But there have been other buildings up here too. Cool. And there's that awesome bridge again. Just a beautiful location here. Once again, looking up that way. Wow. But that'll be it then for this video, folks. A cool iron furnace video with a pretty old, awesome cemetery, and then the forge site, which was kind of interesting, but that bridge was pretty cool with the scenery. So this park is like a hidden gem. There's a lot here. It's a beautiful spot. But anyway, I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm hungry. I got some lunch, and then we're gonna do some hiking here at the park yet before we go visit some other places around Raystown Lake as well. So thanks for coming along, and hopefully see you on those adventures as well.